Now, this is not one of those panels that we again get back to them right away. We now go to the audience. Where's the other micro?
In the next 10 years, I would expect the content to be able to reach the commonest person, even in the village. For example, somebody from the village should be able to use their mobile phone and access information on how they can rear their cattle, the dairy, the poultry, and such kind of thing. So if we are able to get the content to the common man, I believe we'll have done a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. CEOs, I hope you are listening. Anybody at that? Oh, go the other side, please. I'll go the other side then. Please give the microphone to him.
I have a microphone. I can start?
Where about the microphone?
Okay, I'm Etienne from Rwanda. I believe in 10 years, I will need to see all NREN for Africa to be one box like a giant for Europe. This is what I need. And I believe in 10 years to see Ubuntunet is have the same goal like the same goal for giant. I believe again what you are saying for 10 years to see not we are working only with the higher level institution, we are working with the secondary school and the primary school. This to achieve the goal which your minister said. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Somebody that side first.
Please, oh,
it's not working?
yes,
Okay, I'll bring you this one.
I have a question to the panelists and to all of us. Knowledge, creation, sharing, and dissemination. What do you suppose we can do to help Africans learn this art? In my view, it is what has helped the West to develop, that they don't keep their knowledge to themselves. I'm not talking about information, we're talking about knowledge. What do you think we can do to help Africans get to that level?
Thank you. That's it, please.
Thank you, Chair. To the panelists, maybe to Duncan and Eoni.
Can I encourage more forward-thinking than questions, please? But go ahead. Because they will not have a lot of time to answer questions. You can ask questions, though.
Kenneth and Tenet, right now I don't know what capacity we are switching between us and whether we are routing directly. But we've talked of the great computing, the supercomputing down in South Africa. What do you envision will be the capacity we shall be switching at? Professor was using the layer 3, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 models. What will we be at in 10 years?
Thank you. Over here.
Thank you. For me, in 10 years, we will be able to talk to our people. Because as the representative of IC Ministry, the politicians are not able to talk to the people because of language barrier and so on and so on. So for me, in 10 years, you need to be able to move to the village, to talk, and to catch the knowledge which is there. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, the microphone. Yes, please. Yes,
so I think that the role of an NREN really should be to be an enabling organization that allows others to do what they do best. We should not try to stand in the way of people that want to collaborate, but we should really focus on opening the doors and getting people to do what they do best. And then I think, especially with regard to South Africa, maybe that's also the case in the rest of Africa, I think that NRENs really are strategically placed to provide services that improve education. And I think that ties in with what Miolia said and what the speaker over there in the corner has also said. How do we improve education? Kids in school need to get better education. Tertiary education can be improved. And I think if we can invent services, and I don't know what those services would be, but if we can work on that, that would really have a tremendous impact on the future.
Thank you very much. Isai.
Thank you. I see African NRENs playing a great role in creating a knowledge economy in our African countries, with the government realizing the importance of ICTs in job creation and all, and therefore providing more resources to universities and the NRENs to create the required infrastructure. So researchers will be able to collaborate, they'll be able to create grades like we had yesterday. So I think they'll play a great role in both training the new people who will drive that economy and also providing the new knowledge in that economy.
Thank you very much. Somebody there?
I think 10 years is indeed a long time, but it's not a long time for all these things to happen. But what I think will happen is that there will be a growth of two communities. One technologically advanced and still another lag behind. And I think we need to put in place some strategies to bridge the gap between these two communities, particularly in Africa.
Thank you. We're over here now. We shall come on after that.
One of the barriers that stops sharing and the flow of knowledge is intellectual property concerns. And I see that as we progress in the future, there will be more research, more innovation in Africa, and less fear to share. Because at the moment, people are afraid to share because they think somebody else will take advantage of them, because they are not able to translate the knowledge and data into something useful for themselves that can probably bring more benefits to the people.
Thank you very much. Yes, Bonnie, you have the microphone.
Yes, you can. What I see happening in Germany as a contribute. Africa's most hidden treasure, that of knowledge. Bringing that up to the surface to enable people to access that and be able to develop their nations. I see that happening.
Thank you very much. I think we are, oh, there are more. Solomon, then will come here, then Pokemon. Yes, please, Solomon.
I say that there will be a better understanding of issues simply because people will be able to access information in the language of their choices, because there will be high connectivity and all that stuff, high grid computing, and better understanding of issues.
Thank you very much. Daystar University.
Yes, I'm looking at it from the point of the end user. So I'm saying, like, for students in the education sector, they'll have more choice. So a student will be able to enroll, let's say, at 3 or 5 universities, choose the courses they want from. Maybe one university may be very good in a particular area, maybe if it's nuclear physics or something. Another one may be in another area. And out of it, still get a degree at the end of the program. And that will be because of the enabling environment on the internet, being able to actually see the courses, do the program in all the 5 universities at the same time, and get a very good degree, high quality degree.
Thank you very much. Eddie Rome in its original sense. We are 40 man and then we'll come back here.
Thank you. I'm optimistic. I think if we continue what we are doing now, if we come together, if we have plans, if we complete what we have started now, the gap will be less, will be narrow, will not be breached completely. We have 2 gaps, gap between Africa and the other world, Europe and the United States, and a gap between the African NRENs themselves, Tenet and other NRENs, small NRENs. So I think after 10 years, if we continue what we are doing now, everything will be better. But I have a small comment on Professor Abdurrahim's, just small comment. In the last board directors meeting of Sutren, we decided to write a letter to President Obama. The one difference is that I will sign that letter. It will not go through official, not go through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I will sign a mother of Sudan and ask him to let my kids access new technology and punishment of the government should not affect them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you very much. I think these are all very optimistic people. I want to be pessimistic. I think some NRENs will die. A natural death. Some, of course, will succeed. And where NRENs die, the position will be taken by commercial operators. And they will have products to suit what NRENs were supposed to do. This is one scenario. But on a more positive note, I see NRENs serving non-traditional customers, not just schools, as everybody is thinking. I'm seeing NRENs serving small and medium enterprises for research and innovations. I see NRENs serving the industry for research and development. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, pessimistic, optimistic team. Agatha, please. And then we'll come to after that.
From the librarian's point of view, I see NRENs working with the library collaboratively to enhance institutional repositories, because right now what is happening is that every institution is struggling to create a repository. But I see the NRENs helping to bring them together to come up with national repositories where we share content and we are able to create that content and also be, play a more active role in providing content, not just getting content from outside.
Thank you very much. We are going to have the last 5 contributions. Hands up, please. I know there's one there already. Anyone else has got a contribution, has not made a contribution? Or is that the last one? Please go ahead in the meantime.
Thank you. For me, I see in the future that NRENs will change and become major movers of policy. I see quality of life improving because when we have such information and for research, these will be implemented in economies, and in that sense will improve quality of life. I also see, and in relation to that, more areas for study or for learning, courses being developed more because of more opportunities in collaborations and because of more opportunities in points of connection and on emerging technologies and trends. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Final call. Yes, please.
Jackson Opio. I see NRENs changing schools and the educational system the way we know it. Instead of going to school, the school will come to you.
Thank you very much. Just like the person registering, picking up courses everywhere. But the panelists, please get ready with your final 2-minute submission. I didn't warn you, but I know I've been listening on what you think of research, what you really think is going to happen. I'll give you a chance to think by saying a few things. Let us suppose we tear down some of the environments and look ahead. Let me talk about the technology environment, for example. One of the most staggering things that has happened in the last few days is the repeated demonstration. It has been done twice now that there are particles that can travel faster than light. I'm sure you got this. Yes. Think about the implications of this. Does it mean that whatever means of communication now is going to become irrelevant in the next 5 to 8 years? Does it mean that we're going to get new methods of communication? Does it mean that we shall start having spread out, spread spectrum communication at unlimited bandwidth so that people can communicate without any kind of connectivity, without limitation of bandwidth? I mean, these are possibilities because that's what technology breakdowns mean. So what is going to happen to the technology environment? Is it going to be the same in 10 years' time? Because we must be ready for whatever comes up. How do we make sure that we're ready for that? What about the political environment? What is emerging from the current chaos of the economic crisis all around the world? What kind of order is going to emerge from that? Because believe me, at the moment, nobody really knows, not even the economists, and I know there are some of them here. How is that going to affect the national boundaries? Are we going to get new margins of new communism? Or is it ultra-capitalism? Are we going to get national boundaries breaking down? Are we going to go back to government control of everything? And this is going to impact on NRENs. Who knows what is going to happen? Maybe we need a future session to look at some of these things. So some of these things will continue challenging us. And Duncan said that we shall be like best. But Duncan did the business person, MBA. I was told that in business, if you want to lead, you never aspire to be the best, you aspire to be better than the best. How shall we get there? So as we prepare some, please think about these things, because we must answer these questions. The NRENs have got a lot of opportunity here in terms of possibilities, because whatever has been said creates potential for future engagement with stakeholders and creating value for the NREN. You do it right, you move ahead. You do it wrong, what Timothy said could become right, your NREN becomes extinct. You don't have any use for anyone anymore. So I hope you have now thought through your final comments. Panelists, 2 minutes each to give us your final remarks. Who wants to start? We shall reverse the order. Who came last? We shall reverse the order.
And this time in the hope that everybody else will be more creative than I am. I remain optimistic. I have to say, I have to be optimistic. Despite the Euro crisis, and I do believe in technology, I believe in advancement, I believe that humans, we always want to go better. Everybody in the end wants a better life for their children. That's what drives us. So it drives us everywhere. And I believe that we will, as a community, a global community, an NREN community, any community, we will work together to make this world a better place. And NRENs have a place to play in that. And I think there's particular places to enable research and education. Whatever way, IP over neutrinos, if that is the new technology you want, whatever way, we will find a solution to make this a better place. So that's where I remain.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. That is inspiring. I am also optimistic, and I want to address the difficult question about Sudan and when the United States has called your country an axis of evil, or at least our president did. I'd like to comment that it's my observation in the last 11 years that I've been working for Internet 2 that researchers, engineers, educators are fundamentally creative and curious people by nature. And they tend to think across boundaries because they are so curious. And one of the most optimistic things I have ever witnessed, I don't take any credit for running this project. A wonderful colleague out of the University of Pennsylvania, Jennifer Oxenford, runs a project called Mega Conference Junior. And the last time Mega Conference Junior was happening, I wandered down to the room that had a video monitor, and there were over 235 sites across the world of school children. And they were invited to share something, anything. So some of them shared recipes, some of them shared songs, some of them shared a science experiment they had done. And I was sitting eating my sandwich watching, I probably watched 13 different sites from around the world with their children. And I thought, I am 54 years old. When I grew up, it's a great age. When I grew up, I didn't know anybody outside of my hometown. That was my world. And I was watching these children thinking, I am genuinely optimistic that through our NRENs and our communication technology, children are going to know each other and have friends all across the world. And when they are running the world, I think they will make different and better decisions than we have. And that's my optimism.
So the thing I know about the future is that we can dimly imagine it, if at all. So I think, and we're educators, and I think at a certain level, we believe this. What we can do is remove the barriers for our students, for our children, whether it's bandwidth, whether it's access, whether it's regulatory. Put the resources in their hands, and they'll invent the future, and we should get out of the way.
I take the note. In 2001, the Human Development Report was issued, and it focused on technology and what it can do. And probably it constituted our vision, part of it encourages us to use technology to adopt and adapt technologies invented elsewhere to solve our developmental problems. We are still trying to do it. Then about 2002, John Chambers, I think he's the Cisco CEO, was asking the questions, what are universities doing that can't be done by our private enterprise? Now, I see that and then the third point is that human nature does not leapfrog. You know, it's we move slowly, technology leapfrogs. So in future, it is going to be much less about technology, but it is much more going to be, as NRENs, we shall focus a lot more on fixing our education system, starting with universities, so that they can adopt and adapt effectively.
Okay. Yes, Daniel.
Thank you. I think Mayori's utterances have been among the wisest, and others who have encouraged us to place our faith and our trust and our effort and our investments not in governments, not in technologies, in the people. The people who will be shaping things in 10 years' time are now the children that you were seeing on that screen. Yeah? And that's where we need to place our faith, and our duty, our efforts, our dreams must be to enable them. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, colleagues, I think we must admit it has been, at least for me, it has been a very interesting interaction with all of you. The ideas you have brought forward, the ideas from our very passionate panel, they were deliberately chosen. We missed only Victor Chalo because if it was there, you would find that he has got the same kind of passion. Everything has been captured, and I should recognize with some pride Dr. Julian Sansa from Makerere. I say with pride because I like associating with bright ladies, and at one point I was her lecturer, and therefore that is the future. So thank you, everybody. It has been a wonderful day. Let us give a final clap to our panel, please. Administrative announcements before we adjourn, and you can come up just in case I miss